Well, the bandits are taking a head start, and the people pointed out towards the direction the bandits took off to. Without hesitation, my grandfather started running towards them. But people were shouting, trying to stop him, but he didn't want to stop. He kept running. He went after him. So the bandits had taken a head start towards a big hill. They call it El Cerro, something bigger than a hill. So the bandits were already up, going up the hill, but he kept running. My grandfather was about 5'7", 140 pounds, give or take, dark skin, with a lot of courage, though. So he started running. He was running. He mentioned that he was tired, burned out, and exhausted, but he just kept going. And he was spotted, though. He mentions that he started taking fire, but he knew they were not going to be able to reach him. He was not going to be able to reach him also with his gun or rifle. Um, he was so aware of his surroundings, so he just kept running. It's almost like that scene from The Last of the Mohicans, when the main character's going up the hill with his rifle in his hand, trying to catch all the bad guys. So my grandfather kept running and running. They could hear him, shouting stuff, calling him names, but he didn't stop. He just kept running. But he did tell me that he came to a stop and he reached a cliff, and he knew he was not going to able to make it up that cliff. So he said that he decided to go lay on his back, take position with his rifle, and hope that one of them, will lean forward and see if he could spot him. Sure enough, this guy leaned forward. My grandfather saw his face and he just took a shot. And he saw the sombrero fly off. And there was silence after that. My grandfather continued to be laying on his back for a while. But then he just got up, dusted himself off, and walked back to town. About a month later, he said that he decided to go to the next town over that hill, to look for one of his friends to, question him or ask him anything that he might have heard, or to see who the bandits were. So he approached his friend, and asked him if he had seen or heard of any activity about a month ago. And his friend mentioned that about a month ago, some bandits came to town, but they were just looking for medical attention for one of the guys that had his toes blown off. Hearing that, my grandfather started laughing, and his friend asked him, "Why are you laughing?" He goes, "Well, I am the one that shot off his toes. I was aiming him at the head, but I guess I just hit his toes." So both of them were, him and his friend were just laughing, and after that, there was no much of activity of bandits coming down to town in Chantepec to bother the residents there. It was a small population, but there were other stories to share, more gunfights, but no more bandits after that incident. Uh, right now, the population in Chantepec is over 4,000, I believe, and mostly family. Mostly family. My grandfather had about, uh, give or take, 10 siblings, and his name is Justino Renteria, married to Maximiliana Renteria Mendoza, and people from that town. And if Renteria is your last name, there's some kind of connection. I think that's why we're all related in that area. Well, anyway, this is Mars 369. If you like the story, hit like, subscribe if you'd like to, and there's more gunfight stories to share and other stories. Thank you.